Well, welcome back to Ask a Monk. Next question comes from Rolisk, who asks, how should one go about fixing on and properly letting go of past, present, and future phenomena, especially events or people who have had a huge impact on your mind? The one thing about Buddhism, about Buddhist practice and the path that we're on, that has to be understood, has to be emphasized again and again, is that it's a gradual teaching. There are people who are really ready to become enlightened, and with just a little push, they're able to let go, they're able to free their minds. But that's because of the immense work that they've done in past lives, in their past. They're in a different on a different plane, so to speak. If you still have these really strong attachments, which most of us do, and in fact, most of our problems are of this nature, then you have to have patience. You have to be able to see it as a long-term practice of changing really the core of who you are. You have to see that the mind is much, much more complex, deep, and messed up really than we realize. That when you first start practicing, it seems quite simple, and it is quite simple. You're dealing with very raw emotions, very coarse and crude mental problems that we have. Very intense states of hatred, intense states of addiction, intense states of ego and delusion and ignorance and so on. But as you go on, the objects of your attachment, both positive and negative attachment, are not going to change necessarily. They're going to become weaker. The attachment is going to become weaker. So dealing with the very strong issues in our life, it has to go in stages, and the first stage is knowing that we're going to be in this for the long haul, not expecting a quick fix, because quick fixes are usually they're what destroys a person. If a person gets into drugs, gets into medication, even. It's really what ends your spiritual life. A person on medication has a very difficult time on the spiritual path.